Alright, welcome back. If you guys have watched my Mother's Day video, this is the team that I drafted with her picking. So finally I gotten around to playing with the team, and I'm doing a post commentary so I don't have to focus on talking while I do it. I just wanted to see how good I could do with that team. So here we go. We're just going to go right into it. The first guy has 2 Signature Series guys, so let's see how I do in the first one. First inning, first batter Wade Boggs is going to lift a ball way out to center field. Kevin Kiermaier is running back at the wall, but he's able to make a fantastic catch. However, that was probably the best thing that happened during the game. So, later in the inning, he gets a base hit up the middle that's going to score a run. Kiermaier won't be able to make a play. Moving on, Gary Sánchez hits a 2-run home run. The very next hitter also drills a home run on a mistake that I leave down the middle. Going to the end of the game, he's going to fly out, and that'll be it. We get no hit for the first game. However, I was not mortified. I didn't lose any passion or anything like that. I went straight into the second game. However, in the first inning, he gets a base hit to right field, making it 2 men on. But we get a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a double play to end the inning, and I started to get a little more courage. Going to the top of the second inning, Neil Walker's up at bat, and he is going to lift a ball out to left field. That is going to get down and get past the left fielder as he makes a wrong turn. Walker is going to be able to go all the way to third, standing for a triple with 1 out. Next batter and the very next pitch, Kevin Kiermaier lifts it out to deep left center field. We're going to be able to tag with Neil Walker, and we're going to be able to score to make it 1-0 here in the second. Up next, Denard Span drills it to right field, and that's going to be a home run to make it 2-0. Keep an eye out for Span during this run. But going to the bottom of the third, 3 pitches, 3 outs. That's going to give us our first win to make it 1-1. Going to the next game, he has a pretty average team, nothing major. But we're going to lead off the game with Tony Gwynn. And he drills it out to right center field, and that's going to be over the wall for a home run. The next batter, Fernando Tatis, drills it to left field. That is 2 straight home runs to lead off the game. And then he quits. So that makes our record 2-1. Going to the next game, this guy has Blake Snell on the mound. Unless he's doing some sort of challenge. Don't know why you'd pick him. But going to the bottom of the first, we get a 4-pitch walk with Tony Gwynn. Then the very next pitch, Tatis Jr. drills it into the ground to third base. But because of their speed, he's going to beat it to have 2 men on. Then we get an out, but Will Myers drills it to left field for a base hit. And we're going to have the bases loaded for Neil Walker. And he lifts it out to left field for a sacrifice fly as, can't think of his name, but he scores to make it 1-0. Going to the bottom of the second, Kelby Tomlinson grounds it to third base. He bobbles the ball. That's going to allow him to reach first. And then Tony Gwynn, who is the man who scored, will get a base hit up the middle. And that gets past the center fielder. So we're going to be able to score easily with Tomlinson. And then he makes an errant throw. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to run with Tony Gwynn. And I'm going to be able to score. So that makes it 3-0. Going to the top of the third, he tries to bunt cheese me a little bit. But I'm able to get him to ground out to the catcher to give us a 3-1 record. Going to the next game, we're going against a guy who looks like he could be pretty tough. And Tony Gwynn will get a ground ball to the second baseman for a base hit to start off the game. Moving on, Tatis Jr. will get a 4-pitch walk. Then Will Myers is going to be batting here, and we're able to steal second and third with our fast runners. He wasn't expecting it. So then Will Myers will drive one out to left field. And Tony Gwynn is going to score, especially because he botches the ball. So now we have everybody safe. Up comes Kiermaier, and he absolutely destroys that ball to give us a 4-0 lead. Going to the bottom of the first, he gets one of those runs back with a solo home run. The very next batter in Adam Jones, he gets another one as well. So it is 4-2 now. Going to the top of the second inning, Denard Span drills one down the first base line for a single. This Denard Span, I don't know what it is, but he seems to be pretty good. Kelby Tomlinson gets on with a walk. Tatis Jr. will drill one out to left field. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to score, but you know what? I sent him anyway, and he's going to be able to reach home safely. It's 5-2. Then he decides to walk Jacoby Ellsbury to bring up Wil Myers, and I hate to say it, but that was a very, very poor decision on his part. Wil Myers goes Oppo Taco to give us an 8-2 lead here in the second inning. And then we decide to go to the end of the game, where he's going to ground it back up the middle. Tatis will throw him at it first, and we win the game 8-2 to make our record 3-1. Moving on to the next game, this guy also has a pretty good lineup himself. And let's see, we go to the bottom of the second inning. Nothing happens early on. Walker's going to be able to get a looper to left field for a base hit. 2 outs here. Kendall is going to be able to ground the ball up the middle. And we're going to have first and second here. And we're going to bring in the man, Denard Span, to pinch hit. And, I mean, Denard Span, what can't he do? Let's see what he does. He drills it to right center field on the first pitch. 1 run is going to score. Denard Span's heading to second. We're going to send the second runner. And you know what? He's going to score. It is 2-0 thanks to Denard Span. Moving on, the next batter. Tomlinson against Hader. Tomlinson. Yeah, Tomlinson. He gets a base hit. I'm confusing my players up. So that's going to make it 3-0 here in the second inning. And then Tony Gwynn just destroys the ball. It is 5-0. And then we go to the end of the game. Strikes him out. That'll end the game. We are now 4-1 after getting no hit after the first game. I had no confidence, but now looking at it, going against, ask me about my wiener. I mean, I just had all the confidence in the world coming up to this. Tony Gwynn lines it to right center field. That is a double. After that Walker error in the second game, that it just completely boosted my confidence. Here comes Tatis Jr. with a 2-2 count. He's going to strike out, but the ball hit the dirt, so he's going to be running to first. And because I stole third with Gwynn, he's able to reach first. That's like the most cheesy thing I could do. Then comes Ellsbury. He's going to be able to walk to load the bases for Wil Myers. He gets into a 1-1 count, and he drills it deep to center field. And we're going to be able to tag up with the runner at third and score, and also tag up with Tatis to move him over to third base. Then comes up Walker, and he lines it up the middle for a base hit. Walker's also a little cheesy himself. So now we have first and second with 1 out. I think that's okay. We're going to move on with 2 outs. Kendall lines it up the middle for a base hit. That's going to score Ellsbury for a 3-0 lead here in the first. Moving on to the bottom of the second, he gets a base hit to right field. That's going to be a double. Yeah, that's a double. Starts the inning off with 2 outs here, and then he grounds it to third. That's going to get through. So now he has a man on first and third, 2 outs. But thankfully, Alonso is going to ground it back to the shortstop to end the inning. We head to the top of the third, and Wil Myers lines it down the left field line, and he dives out there in left field. So here I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be able to get to third, but he's able to retrieve the ball pretty quickly, so I stay at second. Up comes Walker again, and he lines it to right field for a base hit. Since I'm up 3-0, I decide I'm going to go home, but he doesn't have the arm strength, so I'm going to be safe. 4-0. Here comes Kiermaier. Grounds it. Because I stole with Walker, he decides to throw to second anyway. We're safe everywhere. Then comes Kendall. He grounds it up the middle. Everybody's safe. Kiermaier is going to be able to make it over to third. And it's now 5-0. Going to the bottom of the third. Percival strikes out Snyder. We're now 4-1 on our record. Going against New York City, let's get sexy. We go to the top of the second for Will Myers, and he lines it to right center field. That's a double to lead off the second inning. And whenever somebody leads off an inning for me, it seems to be pretty good. Jason Kendall, with 2 outs, bloops it to right field for a base hit. That's going to drive in the run. And I think you know where this is going. We're going to pinch hit for Denard Span. And he murders the ball. This Denard Span, I don't know what it is, but I hit fucking amazingly with him. We go to the bottom of the second. He's going to get a base hit. That's going to get a man on for Miguel Sano here coming up. And on the first pitch, he destroys it to right field. So it is now 3-2 for us. We head to the bottom of the third. Gary Sánchez lines it up the middle for a base hit. He's got a man on first. He's going to have one down for Pudge Rodriguez. We quick pitch him. He lines it deep to left center field. And if you keep an eye on the guy that was running from first, he does not go back. So we're going to be able to pick him off for a double play to end the game. What a way to end the game. Going up against our next guy, he's got some pretty good diamonds. And you know what? Tony Gwynn does Tony Gwynn things as he lines out a fucking home run to right field to start the game. Will Myers comes up and he pops it up to right field. Because I was stealing with Tatis, I was not able to get back. So we get into a double play. Going into the bottom of the first, it is Mattingly who gets a base hit against Wade Davis with 1 out. And then next up is Brian Dozier. And on the first pitch, he destroys the ball to center field. I sent Kiermaier back. I pressed R1 at the wall, but I got a weird animation. So you know what? The next guy, he goes yard 2. That's just my luck. So, you know what? It's 3-1, but I didn't give up hope yet. We go into the top of the second with Walker, and he destroys the ball to left field, but it hits off the top of the wall and back to the left fielder immediately. So, we got Denard Span coming up in the second. And he does it again. Denard Span with his 3rd home run of this series. And you know what? We go to the bottom of the second tied up. Salvador Perez gets a bloop hit to center field. And then up comes Adam Rosales. And you know what? He destroys the ball to left field for a 2-run home run. And that's going to put the nail in the coffin as Ellsbury flies out to left field to end the game and to end our run at 7-1. If you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bells, as well as liking this video. It supports me so much. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.